If you're over 60 and still staring at the ceiling at 2 a, you are not alone. Poor sleep in older adults raises blood pressure, slows balance reactions, and makes daytime thinking foggy. Missed sleep also raises fall risk during those nighttime bathroom trips, and a bad fall can change your life in one day. Here's the good news. I couldn't sleep for years, and I tried a simple set of habits that finally worked. In this countdown, I'll show you 7 fixes, why they work inside your body, and exactly how to try them tonight. This video is educational and not medical advice. Always talk with your healthcare provider. Sleep changes with age. Your brain makes less melatonin, the hormone that cues darkness and rest. The deep sleep stage, called slow-wave sleep, shrinks so noises wake you more easily. Bladders hold less and prostate or pelvic floor issues can push you out of bed. Pain from arthritis or neuropathy fires up at night when you finally stop moving. Medications shift too. Diuretics, decongestants, some antidepressants, and even evening blood pressure pills can disrupt sleep. When you miss sleep, healing slows, memory slips, and reaction time drops. That is why nighttime wake-ups lead to morning stumbles and risky naps. The goal is not perfection. The goal is steadier rhythms that your older brain and body can follow. Small changes at the right time give you bigger rewards after 60 because your system needs clearer signals. You will build those signals step by step in this countdown. Welcome to a channel made for adults 60 plus and the caregivers who love them. I share simple, science-backed steps to sleep better, move safely, and stay independent. If that matters to you, tap like and subscribe so you never miss a tip. Tell me your country in the comments so I can tailor examples to your stores and schedules. Ready to rest easier? Let's count down from 7 to 1, building momentum with each habit. Habit number 7, going to bed and waking up at different times. You might say, I'll sleep when I'm tired. The problem after 60 is that your inner clock is weaker and needs a consistent cue. When bedtime slides from 10 to midnight to 9, your brain never knows when to release melatonin in a strong wave. According to the American Academy of Sleep Medicine in 2021, a fixed wake-up time is the single strongest circadian anchor for better sleep quality. Here's the plain mechanism. Your brain's clock in the suprachiasmatic nucleus sets a daily rhythm using light, movement, and meal timing. A steady wake time trains that clock, which then signals earlier melatonin at night. Short-term, irregular sleep gives you groggy mornings and scattered naps. Long-term, it feeds insomnia, raises fall risk from drowsy mornings, and can worsen blood sugar control. Try this tonight. Pick a wake time you can keep every day, even weekends. Set an alarm to start your wind down 1 hour before bed. Dim lights, finish screens, and do the same short routine each night so your brain links it to sleep. If you wake in the night, protect the wake time anyway, and catch up with a brief midday rest if needed. Keep the schedule for 2 weeks before you judge it. Up next is the habit that sends more seniors to the E when ignored, because it turns midnight wake-ups into dangerous bathroom trips. Habit number 6, drinking late and triggering nocturia. You want to stay hydrated, and that matters. But heavy evening fluids push you out of bed, rush you down a dark hallway, and raise your chance of a fall. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases in 2020, nocturia becomes more common with age as bladder capacity falls and prostate or pelvic floor issues grow. The mechanism is simple. Extra fluid close to bedtime fills the bladder while you sleep, and lying down shifts fluid from legs back into circulation, which the kidneys turn into urine. Short term, you get 2 or 3 wake-ups and lose deep sleep. Long term, you build fatigue, blood pressure spikes, and trip risks on the way to the bathroom. Do this tonight. Front load your fluids in the first half of the day and taper after dinner. Move any water pill to earlier hours if your clinician agrees. Empty your bladder twice before bed once 30 minutes before lights out and once right at lights out. Add a warm foot soak for 10 minutes to draw a little fluid to the skin and relax your nervous system. Place a night light on the path to the bathroom and keep the floor clear. Next, we'll tackle a quiet thief of melatonin that glows in your hand. Habit number 5. Blue light and bright screens after dark. You read, scroll, or watch just to unwind, but the blue-rich light from phones, tablets, and LEDs tells your brain it is noon. According to Harvard Medical School sleep experts in 2019, evening blue light can delay melatonin release by hours and cut overall sleep time. The mechanism is direct. Light hits sensors in your eyes that signal the brain clock, which then holds back melatonin and shifts your sleep window later. For older adults, this delay hits harder because your melatonin is already lower. Short term, you lie awake with a racing mind. Long term, your schedule drifts, morning light exposure shrinks, and daytime naps creep in. Try this tonight. Shut down handheld screens 1 hour before bed and switch the room to warm, dim light. If you must use a device, turn on the night mode and hold it far from your eyes. Keep the bedroom dark and cool, and charge devices outside the room. Choose a wind down that calms your senses, like gentle stretching, a paper book, or soft music. Up next is a sneaky pair caffeine and alcohol that promise relaxation but rob your REM sleep. Habit number 4. Late caffeine and evening alcohol. Coffee at 4 and a nightcap at 9 sounds harmless, yet both can sabotage sleep. Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 hours, which means a late cup stays in your system at bedtime. Alcohol can make you drowsy, but as it wears off, it fragments sleep and triggers bathroom trips. According to the National Institutes of Health in 2022, caffeine blocks adenosine, the brain's sleep pressure chemical, while alcohol suppresses REM early and rebounds into lighter, more wakeful sleep later. Older adults process both substances more slowly, so the effects last longer. Short term, you fall asleep, then pop awake at 2 a.m. long term. You build light, unrefreshing sleep and rely on more caffeine the next day, which keeps the cycle spinning. Do this tonight. Set a personal caffeine curfew 8 hours before bedtime, and remember that tea, chocolate, and many pain pills contain caffeine. Trade the nightcap for a small, warm, non-alcoholic drink such as chamomile or ginger tea, and clear it at least 1 hour before bed to spare your bladder. If you choose to drink, limit alcohol to earlier in the evening with food and water between sips. Next, we add the most powerful daytime lever you have for better nights. Habit number 3. Staying indoors and skipping morning light and movement. If you spend most of the day inside, your brain never gets a strong daytime signal. Morning light sets your clock and tells your body when to release melatonin later. Movement strengthens that message and reduces pain that wakes you at night. According to the National Institute on Aging in 2021, consistent daytime activity and light exposure improve sleep timing and quality in older adults. The mechanism is elegant. Bright light in the morning shifts your clock earlier, while exercise increases sleep pressure by raising adenosine and improving body temperature rhythm. Short term, you fall asleep faster and wake more refreshed. Long term, you build steadier energy and better balance, which protects you from nighttime stumbles. Try this tomorrow. Step outside within 1 hour of waking for 10 to 20 minutes of daylight, even on cloudy days. Add a gentle walk to warm stiff joints and reduce evening pain. Eat breakfast on a regular schedule to reinforce the clock. Keep naps short, about 20 minutes before mid-afternoon, and avoid dozing after dinner. Up next is the hidden driver that keeps many older adults tossing: pain and the medicines meant to help it. Habit number 2, pushing through pain and missing a medication review. You might power through sore knees, burning feet, heartburn, or breathlessness, but your brain can't ignore those signals at night. Pain wakes you, and some drugs meant to help can also disrupt sleep. Decongestants, some antidepressants, certain steroids, and late doses of water pills can all keep you up. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in 2020, chronic pain is common in older adults and is linked to poor sleep, depression, and falls. The mechanism is twofold. Pain raises stress hormones that lighten sleep, while stimulating medications speed up the nervous system or fill the bladder. Short term, you wake often and dread bedtime. Long term, fragmented sleep worsens pain perception, creates daytime fog, and increases fall risk on nighttime trips. Do this tonight. Write a simple list of every medicine and supplement you take, including timing and dose. Call your pharmacist or doctor this week and ask which ones may disturb sleep and whether timing changes could help. Move reflux drugs earlier and avoid late heavy meals to calm nighttime heartburn. Use a heat pack on painful joints during wind down, then switch to a cool pack for 10 minutes if swelling is the issue. If nerve pain burns your feet, ask about magnesium intake and evidence-based options that are safer for sleep. Up next is the #1 habit because it can save your life, restore deep sleep, and protect your heart and brain. Habit #1: getting screened and treated for sleep apnea. Loud snoring, gasping, dry mouth, or morning headaches are not just annoyances. They are red flags for sleep apnea, a condition where your airway collapses during sleep. Oxygen dips, your heart strains, and your brain yanks you into lighter sleep to reopen the airway. According to the American Academy of Sleep Medicine in 2021, sleep apnea is common after 60 and is strongly linked with high blood pressure, atrial fibrillation, stroke, and car crashes from daytime sleepiness. The mechanism is straightforward. Repeated oxygen drops trigger stress hormones and inflammation, which damage blood vessels and fracture your sleep architecture. Short term, you wake unrefreshed no matter how long you stayed in bed. Long term, untreated apnea raises risks for heart disease, memory problems, and dangerous falls due to fatigue. Take action now. Ask your clinician about a home sleep test or a full lab study if you snore or stop breathing at night. If apnea is confirmed, modern CPAP devices are quieter, more comfortable, and often life-changing. If your apnea is mild, discuss side, sleeping, weight management if advised, and dental mouthpieces that hold the airway open. Review sedating pills and alcohol with your clinician because they can worsen airway collapse. When breathing is steady, deep sleep returns. You anchored your clock with a steady wake time so melatonin arrives on cue. You tamed late-night bathroom trips by shifting fluids earlier and lighting the hallway. You dimmed screens and let melatonin rise. You set a caffeine curfew and skipped the nightcap so REM sleep could do its work. You claimed morning light and gentle movement to boost your sleep pressure. You eased pain and fixed medicine timing with a simple review. You asked about sleep apnea because safe breathing is the fastest path to deep, healing sleep. Which one surprised you most? Tell me in the comments and add your country so I can tailor tips for you. If this helped, tap like and subscribe for weekly steps that keep you strong, sharp, and independent.